Almost a dozen injured and 6 other dead after 3 separate incidents that occurred in Amarillo this morning. As you're joining us tonight, Fox 14's Princess Bryant brings us the latest from the Amarillo Police Department. The story is first on Fox Tonight.
Multiple rounds of gunfire being heard in Amarillo Sunday morning. 3 incidents occurred in Amarillo, first starting at 3:15 a.m. and the last one happening a little after 7 a.m. According to the Amarillo Police Department, none of these incidents are connected to one another.
Each one of these specifically are focused on the individual incident. All 3 of the individuals that were involved were known by the victims.
The first incident happened at 3:15 a.m. in the area of South Mississippi. According to Amarillo Police Department, the shooter was attending a house party. This is where he flashed an AR-15 rifle.
He was asked to leave. After the suspect exited the residence, the suspect turned back around toward the house and fired multiple rounds into the structure, striking 2 individuals. The suspect fled the scene prior to officers' arrival.
This incident is still ongoing, and the department is still currently in search of the suspect. Almost 3 hours later, at 5:59 a.m., APD officers were called out to the 2900 block of South Dallas on a domestic violence shooting.
Upon arrival, APD officers, along with deputies from the Randall County Sheriff's Office, encountered a male suspect identified as 40-year-old James Pena. He was wearing body armor and armed with both an AR-15 rifle as well as a handgun. The suspect was taken into custody without further incident.
Pena was booked into the Randall County Jail, charged with capital murder of multiple persons. According to APD, officers found 3 injured family members.
An altercation involving gunfire occurred inside the home with another family member. The suspect then exited the residence and continuing to fire into the home, where additional injuries of the occupants occurred. 2 additional individuals who responded to the scene after hearing gunfire were fatally shot outside of the residence.
The last incident happened in the 1900 block of Northwest 14th Ave a little after 7 a.m. According to APD, once officers arrived at the scene, the suspect had already left and no crime was reported.
At 7:36 a.m., deputies with the Powder County Sheriff's Office responded to a business near Loop 335 in Northwestern Street in reference to an attempted robbery. The suspect forced his way into an occupied building. During the encounter, the victim fought back, injuring the suspect. The suspect left, but parked a short distance away. The second individual came to the scene, and the suspect also returned, shooting both of those 2 individuals.
Both of the victims were pronounced dead at the scene. Chief Hover explains that the suspect did return back to the 1900 block of Northwest 14th Ave and was met with APD officers.
Observed the suspect standing outside of the residence, wearing body armor and armed with a rifle. The suspect was standing in an aggressive shooting stance. Officers gave loud verbal commands to drop the rifle. The suspect began to fire at the officers, and the officers returned fire. The suspect was shot multiple times.
Chief Hover asked that life-saving measures were given by the officers, but the suspect, 41-year-old Dustin Johnson, was pronounced dead at the scene.
During the investigation, officers learned that prior to the officer-involved shooting, the suspect had returned to the residence, drove a vehicle into the home, and injured multiple individuals. The suspect then exited the vehicle and began to fire into that residence. 6 individuals inside the home were injured. 1 victim was pronounced deceased at the scene.
Following the incident on Northwest 14th Ave, officers were placed on administrative leave. Chief Hover adds that the department will increase staffing to combat violence behavior seen across the city, with the department already partnering with state and county partners. Live in studio, Princess Bryant, Fox 14 News. Jack.
Princess, thank you. Chief Hover adds that the department is currently looking into a possible suspect for the shooting on South Mississippi. We'll continue to update you as more information is released.